Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And here we go from Indy. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Caleb was one of the most hyped prospects ever out of college football, and I'm not speaking out of turn or any hyperbole there. It's why he was the #1 pick. And you put on his highlight reel, Kate, you can put that highlight reel against anybody the last 50 years. The way that he creates and extends plays, the ways that he can run and still sling it totally off platform and off balance all over the field. He also does it with a flair and eccentricity that is unique and really not common coming into the league as well. A superstar in the making. Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 23. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on third down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Third down. Here's Williams. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. And oh, he drops the deep shot. A big play to start the game, but it slips through incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
On 4th down, it's Williams. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Nick Cross has it. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. So on our opening drive, Brock, we've got a big defensive highlight already as the pick six starts off our scoring.
This is a defense who isn't hiding how they're approaching this game. They want to be disruptive. They're unafraid to be aggressive. Can be a risky mentality to have. Boy, can it set a tone early.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bears offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. After the pick, here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bears first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, and they go right back to him. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Out of the gun, here's Williams. It's taken in by Romadunze. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Working from the gun, Williams. Has his man, it's Swift. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, running back in the flat.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3. Williams from the gun. The back grabs it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Working quickly here. Williams throwing on 4th. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Romadunze touchdown. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears tie this game 7-7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. His return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida. A super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that when Anthony Richardson came out of the draft out of Florida, he was the greatest all-around athlete we'd ever seen at quarterback. 240 pounds, running 4.4, jumping 40 inches. He was the envy of defensive ends and linebackers that couldn't put up those numbers. Now, it's taken all those athletic traits and squeezing them into the quarterback position, maximizing all that physical talent to become the superstar he can be.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Jalen Johnson with the stop. Offense up to the line fast. Going to turn to Taylor on 3rd down. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Got his target, it's Granson. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Colts take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Williams to throw on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They're going for this. It's another first-half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off Zaire Franklin. And the Colts are going to be set up in goal to go after a great return down inside the 10. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks out the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And the defender comes away with it. And the Bears can only get the return up towards the 10 before they're taken down.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's got him, that's Swift. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, again to Swift. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Chicago 1st down. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Staying grounded with Swift. He's out in the clear. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Going to run again with Swift. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Roma Dunze, the intended receiver. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Swift hauls it in. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. And with a half of football left to play, we can see already how close he is to that 100-yard mark in this game. Got to think that he stands a good chance of reaching it with plenty of time left to go. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. 3rd and goal, it's Williams. And he has the Chicago touchdown! The Bears parlay the interception into points. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown! Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears tie things up at 14. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. 1 touchdown and 1 interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, you got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
Working quickly here. 2nd down carry for Taylor, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Javon Dexter escorted into the ground. Richardson on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Colts ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped. Nothing on the return. The Bears and receiver Keenan Allen making their way back out. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Running behind center with Swift. And he's brought down for a loss. We're at the 2-minute warning of a high-scoring game so far. My goodness. The Bears with a long ways to go for a score. All right, here we go. 2nd down. To throw is Williams. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. Stiff arm success. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Short pass brought in. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Williams set to pass. Moore's got it. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Kenny Moore there to make the stop.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
From the 20 on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Moore. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry. Timeout Chicago, it uses its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. It's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw out of the gun. The back's got it. And in for the Chicago touchdown. Santos now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. The Colts offense getting one final possession here in the half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. He lofts it deep left. He's got it inside the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. Cut near the goal line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Taylor runs it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts tie this game at 21. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Back to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. One last play before the break. One final shot before halftime. Komet's got it, left side. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. We've hit halftime, all tied up thanks to that late touchdown. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is...
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Out come the Colts as they've got it to begin the second half. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Completes this one to Granson. And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before something.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Brings up second and 11 at their 48-yard line.
70 Rangers, 19 Lions.
Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Here we go. Buffalo 18.
Play action with Richardson. That's the first down, and he's still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the gun, Taylor. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. Offense up to the line fast. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Taylor. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Colts take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The Bears send Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. First and 10 now from the 30. They run with Swift. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Kenny Moore there to make the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Williams from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off Zaire Franklin. And forget the interception, he makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Heads-up play from the linebacker there to take a short, innocent pass and just turn it into a major highlight for him and his guys.
And I know people are watching that going, how in the world the quarterback not see that linebacker?
Yeah.
But sometimes, Kate, your focus is so much on the safeties, the nickel, the corner. You just take for granted you could fit that ball in, and that linebacker said, not on my watch.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bears are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there. They're out and set. 1st and 10. After the pick, here's Williams. He finds Odunze running the slant. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, here's Swift. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. 2nd and 10 now. On the quick slant, he's got Allen. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Chicago first down. Working from the gun, Williams. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30. You're right at the 31. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Allen on the catch. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They'll take that kind of passing from the rookie out of USC. He gets him the first. Now a give to Swift. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
2nd and 3 now. Now Williams. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. Williams will look to throw. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. But it slips through. 2nd down coming up.
Well, this will actively age a coach on the sidelines. Wrinkles and gray hair, all of it. All the planning, a great play, and careful execution led to that. And it was dropped to the turf.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Touchdown, Chicago! A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Santos now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears chop the lead in half. It's down to 6. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. First and 10 now from the 30. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 1st down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Taylor again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Offense in the hurry up here. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Taylor makes the catch. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Working quickly here. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Hits him on the out route. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down throw here from Richardson. Complete over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Taylor now up the middle. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Oh, he lost the football! Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. Offense in the hurry up here. They're going Taylor. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Working quickly here. On first down, it's Richardson. On target to his man Taylor. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts double their lead to 14. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
On the carry, it's Swift. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game. Not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Decent gain here, but short of the first. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Bears 14 points back. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Williams. He's got him, that's Swift. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Here he goes, gotta have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving. First down throw by Williams. Allen there to haul it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Throwing again on 2nd, Williams. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
This is Swift. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Bears trying to get everyone set. So they're going quickly here. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Jones. And the Colts have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
All the way, touchdown, Indy! The Colts have likely locked up the win right there. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Oh no, they get him yet again. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts are able to get the return down to the 40-yard line before they're stopped.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and it happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, Coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Oh, he got some air under this one. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That type of play right there, Brock, who do you credit more? You crediting him for making the catch or the quarterback for putting just the right touch on that football?
Are you asking me the quarterback or me the analyst?
The unbiased observer of football.
Sure. Well, the quarterback's going to say, that's all me. That's a beautiful arc. Don't you love that touch?
Yep,
the receiver's going to say, yeah, but I'm the one who brought it down for you. The answer is it's both, and that was awesome.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. One final shot here. Right side and in the hands of Allen. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the Colts pick up the win in this one. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not